Good Friday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett here in the King 5 studios in Seattle, where it is currently raining outside. It's just after 9 p.m. and we've been tracking that moisture that's been moving up from the south and the southwest interior. In fact, let's get right into it. We'll take a look at the GOES 17 satellite. Now, at first glance, first of all, you can't see the Pacific Northwest, and you'd think that we're about to tap into another huge moisture plume. But if you look up towards the top there, you'll see that there's a frontal boundary that's going to act as a plunger that's going to basically drive this system down towards the south over the next 24 hours. So that actually takes a lot of that moisture and distributes it all the way up and down the west coast, including the Intermountain West. I'll tell you what the implications are there in a moment. But as we take a look at a 2-hour radar loop on this Friday evening, some of those heavy rains that we were tracking along the coast have now dissipated. Right around 5-6 p.m. we actually saw some very heavy rain that was slamming into the southwestern corner of the Olympics. Looks like Highway 12 is kind of the dividing line there between Aberdeen and off towards Shelton, where we are most definitely seeing snow. And we're keeping a very close eye on Hood Canal and the Kitsap Peninsula tonight, because that's where we expect some of that heavier snow to accumulate. About 2 to 5 inches in the lower elevations and possibly up to 8 inches in some of those foothills. We'll take a look at those numbers too. Now, in the short term, it looks like we are getting a warming influence from Puget Sound. It's keeping things as rain over top of Seattle Metro, but virtually everybody else has got some flakes flying right now. So that's one of the interesting things about the night. We do expect some flurries to fly. We're not expecting much in the way of accumulation. Temperatures will stay just above the freezing mark. Now, that said, from Olympia to Seattle, it looks like we could see about a trace to an inch. Everett to Bellingham, about 1 to 3 inches. Kitsap Peninsula, again in the lower levels, about 3 to 6 inches. Some of those foothills could get up to about 8. Cascades pick up about 2 to 5, and the Olympics clean up with about 8 to 16 inches. So a lot of the resorts, in fact, all of our resorts are open now, so there'll be a little bit of icing on the cake on Saturday. But as that system moves away, some wraparound moisture will bring some bonus snow, anything from about 4 to 7 inches between Stevens, White Pass, and Snoqualmie. Here's what it looks like in the big picture. That system kind of tumbles down the coast and away from us, so we get a gorgeous sunbreak on Saturday afternoon, some of that wraparound moisture on Sunday, and then this thing moves down and gives us a little bit of a respite that we'll take into next week. In fact, Monday and Tuesday should be relatively calm. Some color on the map. In fact, we've got a winter storm warning in effect for the Olympics, but immediately off towards the east there, again, Hood Canal, Kitsap, Mason, Jefferson counties, we are expecting that snow to be heavy at times on Friday night into Saturday morning, and a winter weather advisory is in place along the I-5 corridor. Again, it's going to be more bark than bite, with a lot of flakes flying, but not a lot of accumulation happening. We put it into motion here. Again, overnight Friday into Saturday, things are active, but even in the middle of the night, we start to see some of that clearing as the system starts to pull away. So early 6:30 on Saturday morning, we'll see a rain-snow mix up towards the Canadian border in Skagit and Whatcom, and then the clearing takes place. Do yourself a huge favor and head out and take a look around. Between about 10:30 and the time the sun sets, right around 4:30, the Olympics, the Cascades are going to be beautiful with all that fresh snow on it. If you're a photographer, it's going to be your kind of day. Sunday, we start to see that wraparound moisture move in again and brings another rain-snow mix to the region, but it will be fairly short-lived. By about 8 p.m., it starts to pull away again. So again, not expecting much in the way of accumulations, but could make the roads slippery out there for sure. High temperatures on Saturday will be in a comfortable range. In fact, right about where they should be this time of year. Will be in the low to mid 40s. And your 7-day forecast shows, again, an active weekend, but nothing that's going to be too particularly crazy out there. Roads will be slippery. And then as we go into next week, Monday and Tuesday look quiet. Already tracking another storm system midweek that looks like what we should be seeing. Some rain down low and some mountain snow up high. We'll keep you posted as it gets a little bit closer. Make sure you keep yourself warm, keep yourself safe, and keep looking up. In the King 5 newsroom, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett. Have a great weekend.